So I was just taking a walk today and just thinking about the new year and kind of thinking about what new word I guess would be kind of like a guide for me this year, what God would be putting in my heart. And then I just ran into these full of fresh, like New Year glow, these girls' hair on the past. So I thought, hey, do you mind? I asked them, would you mind if I just ask you, like, do you guys journal?
I do occasionally. I haven't in a while, but I'm an English major, so like a lot of my professors have encouraged us to try to keep a journal and stuff. I used to keep a blog in high school, which I haven't touched in a few years, but I do journal occasionally.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Not every day or anything like that, but if there's something significant to write about, it's always nice to have something, unbiased and something that doesn't really, affect you, just something to let your ideas out on paper or wherever.
What do you think that draws you to want to make a journal entry? Because if you're saying usually you don't really journal, but what is it that makes you feel like, I really want to spend time and just, I want to write, I want to spend time with this paper and this pen. What is it that makes you want to even do it?
And like you were saying, it's kind of like when something significant happens, like if it's just like a regular day where nothing really important or life-changing happens, like even if it can also happen like on a day when nothing happens, but you just like think about stuff, and it kind of gives you a new perspective on maybe even something that happened months ago, and that can it helps for you to like write it out so you can like really see like what it is that you just realize in your head.
It really depends what you're writing about. I mean, you could be writing about an experience, you can be writing about something that like.
What about for you?
Okay, well,
like why? What makes you like I want to pick up this paper and I want to write?
I think most of the things that I write about are introspective, and they can usually be prompted by some sort of event or something like that, but most of the time it's me kind of picking apart certain things and trying to figure out, like what significance does this have to me, and what can I learn from it, what can I do differently. And it's not really like, it sounds like I'm like writing an assignment for school or something, but it's really like it helps me kind of figure out what I'm doing and what I should change, how I can improve myself. Yeah.
Wow, that totally speaks to me, because that's kind of what I love about it. I don't know what's going to be coming out when I open that paper, that journal. I actually don't know.
Yeah, you surprise yourself.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to come out, and even as I'm writing, it's I'm just surprised about what it is that I feel, and so I feel like that's what keeps me from writing, actually, because it's like I'm not in control.
It's a little bit scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I feel like I did it more when I was younger, and then like I feel like when you start thinking about it more, like you can either choose to like live your life by not really just like going by it and not processing everything that happens. And I think if you stop to write, that's like an active processing of what happens in your life. So it is like, it's very, like you're saying, it's very introspective. So it's kind of scary to like stop and like actually process everything that happens.
Right. Like why do I want to do this? I'm fine.
Yeah.
Let me just keep doing what I'm doing, and why do I want to stop and think? And
it takes a lot of effort.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It just takes your heart energy. So one thing that I like to do, and it's a challenge to myself, is to stop right before like Christmas and New Year's. I really love that time, and I kind of like challenge myself, what would come out if I were to think about what's happening this year, and specifically what word. So like,
that's hard.
Yeah, you can't really encompass that in a single word.
Like, is there a word that kind of floats to your heart, like this is kind of like my word, or this is what's meaningful? Do you have a word like that, you think, without really thinking about it? Like what's one word that really?
Well, this isn't really a word that I've like been acquainted with for my entire life or anything. I recently just like discovered it, but it's silage, and it has a French root, or it's a French word, but it's like its meaning is kind of like, its practical meaning is like something that's left behind, like the lingering scent of a perfume, or like something like that, the kind of trace that you leave behind.
Oh, how do you spell that?
Sillage.
Okay.
And I really like that word because I feel like everybody has their own silage. Like everybody leaves an impact on someone, and it's not even on another person. Like you could just, there's all sorts of ways that you can leave your footprint, and I like the connotation of that word.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I'm gonna cry. Okay, and how about you?
For me, I can't really think of like one word, but like something that like I kind of like have been thinking that as a motto that I want to like take for the new year is kind of being more present. I think like I'm transferring schools actually starting in January.
Yeah.
And so I've done a year and a half in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And now I'm transferring to Santa Clara.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like as much as like I enjoyed my time in LA, I don't
Yeah.
feel like I was really like I was kind of just like going through the motions of being there, and I wasn't
Yeah.
really enjoying it.
Yeah.
And so like now, especially since I've made this choice to change a school and to like
Mm-hmm.
embark on this new journey, like
Yeah.
I don't want to take it for granted. I want to be present, like make the most out of everything that all the new that the new experience brings. So I want to like be sure that to not miss anything.
Oh, wow. I hope that maybe even this conversation, this memory might prompt you, you know, as you're on your journey of, how do you pronounce it? Solage. On your journey of solage, and your journey of being present, to have that paper, that journal, and say like, this is where I'm present, and this is where the journey is taking me. So maybe that might be something that you can bring with you, and it's yours. Mm-hmm. So what's your name? I'm so happy I met you.
I'm Natalie.
Natalie. Hi, I'm Bonnie.
Hi. I'm Sylvia.
Sylvia, wonderful. Well, as you can hear, these girls here, you know, I might have never known. I just walked past them, and there's just beautiful treasures of words that define their journeys. And I'm feeling that you also have a word, and I want to hear from you. And I encourage you to spend some time and think about that word. It's probably already on the surface of your heart, and to take that time, take your journal, come out and write about it. I'd love to hear about it very soon from you together. All right. Happy New Year. Take care. I'll see you soon.